Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and roaming the sideline. For tonight's game, our Allie LaForce.
First personal foul.
Last outing for Atlanta, they won that game against the Sacramento Kings. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Inside, Gafford with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Wiggins. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Curry deciding where to go with it. Clock at 4. Deflected by Davis.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Here's Maxey. Off with the layup. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Curry. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Shoots from the baseline. Rebounded by the Hawks.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
And he drives in. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. It's Beal on the wing. And stolen by Maxey. Pass to Davis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Wow, Davis putting on his hard hat and just going to work inside. What contact?
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Davis sets a screen. There's the drive. Edgecombe.
And you want to talk about hang time. Edgecombe is still going up while others are coming down.
And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Gafford. Good, and it's a bonus with the assist that time.
What we know about Daniel Gafford, folks, is he is going to take high percentage looks. He does exactly that there.
In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise. Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Pass to Gafford. It's stolen by Davis. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
George Niang. Brandon Miller.
The Hawks leading. Here he goes. And the rejection by Gafford. Right side Curry. Sweet move. Pass to Gafford. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Curry. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Maxey, that's a two-pointer. He trains the quick shot.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
On the wing, Wiggins. Outside Curry. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Out left to the wing. Toppin, no one around him. A three-pointer is right on target.
Wow, from the arc, Toppin shoots with real authority. You can tell it's an area of the floor that he's comfortable.
Here's Wiggins. The rebound by Niang. Atlanta leading by 4. And Miller throws it down hard.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Pass to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Takes the 3. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Even the clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back over to you, Kevin.
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. The #1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
Here's Alvarado. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Hawks leading by 6. And it's Miller penetrating. And it's Miller with the jam.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Now Alvarado. He has yet to score.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Love how Al Horford shares the basketball. He does whatever he can to make his teammates better.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here's Rozier. And Curry has it in the corner. Screen by Sabonis. Back to Rozier. 5 to shoot. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range.
Just smooth execution of the pick and roll. Curry has great understanding and a ton of success running this.
Oh!
Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. On the wing, Rozier. Outside Curry. Three-pointer.
And the outside game just not clicking for them tonight. That three-point percentage is up from where it was in the first quarter, but that ain't saying a whole lot.
Rebound by the Hawks.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Edgecombe. Left side Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Now Thompson. Defended by Trent. Outside Curry. Pass to Sabonis. A three-pointer off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Driving in. Misses the easy stuff.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Portis.
How about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Curry. Outside Rozier. Pass to Curry. Trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now that's his second foul, so they're going to have to navigate that as this game progresses here in the next couple minutes.
Pass to Gafford. Screen by Gafford. Back to Beal. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, some guys over the course of their career just keep developing, and Bradley Beal came in as a sweet shooter, and he continues to do it.
Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Beal. Here's Sensabaugh. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Right side Beal. It's Curry outside. And Davis pulls it down.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Edgecombe with it. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so it's Atlanta, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. Back right after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And it's Miller penetrating. Toppin can't get it to go. Outside Curry. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Wiggins. Now Beal. Back to Wiggins. The three. Rebound Atlanta. This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
First personal foul. First team
The free throw off from Maxey.
Well, we've all watched Maxey's game grow through the years, and he continues to improve.
And so Miller will bring it up for the Hawks. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. Maxey deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Horford has a wide open look. Misses the three. In his 16th season in the NBA, Doris, Al Horford got his first title with the Celtics.
That 2024 championship was so special for Al. Remember, he had played almost 200 playoff games. And remember, for the vast majority of that run, Al Horford was the starting 5 for the Boston Celtics. Incredible.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Maxey. Fires the three. Curry with the rebound.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Outside, Sabonis. Curry on the wing. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Screen by Sabonis. And stolen by Horford. And here's the break. Here's Miller. And the rejection by Gafford. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And they get it back. Maxey on the wing. And they double up Maxey. Clock at 6. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Here's Toppin. Sabonis grabs the board.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Sabonis had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Pass to Maxey. Here's the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Maxey's got 10 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunny. Pass to Maxey. Beal with the steal. Curry shot is off.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Now, here's Maxey. Can't connect from long distance.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to
Timeout.
create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Atlanta making some changes. Screen by Wiggins. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Curry, no good. The Hawks leading by 11. TV, no question. Anthony Davis had a lot of hype when he was drafted in 2012.
Kevin, how could he not? He won a national title collegiately. He has incredible size and skill on both ends of the floor. That hype was real, and it was earned.
Back to Beal. Edgecombe with the steal. Pass to Sensabaugh. Just 4 to shoot. He takes it in. Collins grabs the miss.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Beal taking his time here. It's tipped. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, pre-shot preparation and being ready on the catch, that is Stephen Curry in a nutshell.
Here's Edgecombe. And he can't jam it through. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific.
35.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. And despite the lead, they are still coaching his team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And here is Rozier. Curry on the wing. 6 to shoot. Everything's within Curry's range.
After hitting only 1 from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Pass to Maxey. The 3. Wiggins with the rebound.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
They set the pick. And Davis sends it back.
If you're near the hoop, you have to know where Davis is, or the drive will make you pay.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hawks?
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Pass to Edgecombe. The tray. Not going to go that time. To the inside. Outside, Beal. And here is Rozier. Outside Curry. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Number 31.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Edgecombe. Rebounded by Gafford. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That is his first foul of the game. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And they double up Maxey. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Gafford.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Atlanta leading by 10. Here's Edgecombe. Right side, Portis. Maxey in the corner. Off target from outside. Higgins outside. Pass to Curry. Here comes Curry. Back to Gafford. On the clock. To end the cold streak. Davis pulls it down.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
And who doesn't like to see an exciting rookie making plays for his team? Edgecombe knows he needs to be a guy who facilitates for their offense.
And stolen by Thompson. Outside Curry. Thompson outside. Now Gafford. Curry outside. Here's Rozier. Buries the deep ball.
That's just about awareness from the guard position. Terry Rozier doesn't get sped up.
The Hawks leading by 9. Now Maxey. Davis sets a screen. Now Maxey. Uncovered. He puts in the J.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Now Thompson. And stolen by Miller. Davis. Davis using his size.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Curry, here we go. That one drops.
We spend so much time thinking about Stephen Curry's shooting ability and probably don't talk enough about how elite his handle is.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Hawks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Davis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Outside Davis. on the shot clock. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Outside Rozier. Curry outside. So the Hawks take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one.
What I paid for some dogs could have bought me veneers, Texas piece on my